welcome to day 22 of our 28-day challenge. Start your day with movement. Once again today you just need your mat and your body, and yeah, let's get going. Turn on music. All right, so we're just going to start with our neck. So you're going to start in a kneeling position. If you can, tuck your toes under. Remember, you could put something underneath your knees to decrease the pressure on your toes. I'm going to go back to facing you. We're going to start with rotations. So I just want you to start keeping yourself nice and tall and looking left and right. Really trying to stay nice and tall without side bending your head to see if you can go a little bit further, and making sure your shoulders are nice and relaxed. We're going to do one more each side and come back to the middle. So this time we're going to add an overpressure, or like a isolated contraction. So we're going to look to the right. You're going to go as far as you can. Then you're going to really try to force yourself to look a little bit further for 4 seconds. Then we're going to relax and try to go to a new range of motion. So everybody's up nice and tall. If your toes are becoming too much of a stretch, just make your feet go flat. You're going to look over to the right. So your original range. Then you're going to over push, try to look a little bit further, really contracting. 3, 2, 1, and relax. And see if you can go a little bit further now. And resist. If you're really having a hard time resisting, add your hand to add some pressure. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Remember, shoulders are still pointing forward, and push your head into more rotation. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax, and let yourself fall into that deeper stretch. Good. Come back to the center. This time, everybody is going to go feet flat. Give our toes a little break. We're going to look to the left, and we're going to try to contract our muscles to look a little bit further. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. So as much as you're trying to turn your head as far as you can, I also want you to look further with your eyes. So there's lots of muscles that are involved in your eyes in that area, so try to also look further to the left. So rep number 2, and over push, overlook. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Go a little bit further for the last one, and reach. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax, and come back. Now, staying up nice and tall, you're going to try to side bend your ear as close to your shoulder as possible without shrugging the shoulder. So I'm not looking for a shoulder shrug. Your ear won't touch your shoulder. That's normal. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Make sure your ribs are stacked above your pelvis. Remember, you don't want to be in this arched position or over slouched. Try to find something in the middle that has you in a nice can of soup between ribs and pelvis as you continue your side bends. We're going to do the same thing with our side bending. Some people find this one a little bit hard to not crank up their shoulder as they add resistance. So this time we'll definitely use our hand. So right hand, you're just going to place it on the side of your head just like you're covering your ear. So you can either do same side and your hand is trying to push up. If you find that to be too much, you could also try to reach overhead and try to pull your head back up as your neck pushes down. And if you're comfortable without any hands and you feel like you can really squeeze and push your neck a little bit further, then do so on its own. Ready? Go into your right side bend and push. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Go a little bit further and push. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. And a little bit further. 4, 3, relax your shoulders and relax. Come back up to the middle and go to the left. Side bend to the left. Use your hand if you need to push your head up or pull your head up as those muscles resist. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Go a little bit further into your range. Remember, shoulders are still relaxed. Push. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. And last one. Push. 4, 3, 2, 1, and toes, and this time we're going to look up and down and up and down. 3 more, up and down and up and down. Come back to neutral. You're going to go back onto your hands and knees. So we're going to go elbow creases facing each other, fingers spread out. This time you're going to do your scapula push-ups. So your goal here is to pull the shoulder blades together as you dip down to the floor, and then push the floor away as you separate your shoulder blades. Imagine holding an egg underneath your chin, so you're not dumping your head up and down, keeping a nice straight line with your spine, and you're just trying to feel those shoulder blades glide along those ribs. Keep your ribs stacked above your pelvis. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Perfect. We're going to turn that into a full cat-cow. So this time your shoulder blades are going to do the same thing, but now you're going to add the added spine component. So you're going to push the floor away, look for your belly button, squeeze your bum, think about pulling your tailbone down towards the floor. Check out your shoulders, make sure you're not shoulder shrugging, and then reverse the process. So now your tailbone is going to be pointed up to the ceiling. Think about pulling your collarbones apart or separating them, and push the floor away. Shoulder blades come away from each other, elbow creases still facing each other, tailbone to the floor, tuck that chin in, and reverse. Tailbone to ceiling, spread your chest bone or spread your collarbones, look for the ceiling, and come back to neutral. We're going to go we're going to go into our 90-90 sitting. We're going to do a couple hip series for today. So front leg as close to 90 degrees as possible as you can. Back leg as close to 90 degrees as possible as you can. So we're going to start by just leaning forward onto our leg, but then we're going to transition over to the other side. So when you transition, your goal is to keep your feet in the same spot. So you're going to pull the knees up towards the ceiling and then drop both knees back down to the floor as you get to the other side. So I have my left leg in front if you want to follow along. So your goal here is to stay up nice and tall. You're going to try to bring your belly button down towards your thigh. Bring your hands up off the floor if you can. If you're really unable to do this, put your hands on the floor. Sit up nice and tall. Fold forwards. Come back up. We're going to do 1 more on each side before we add some contractions in there. Come back up. Rock over to the right. Fold forwards. And come back to the middle. This time we're going to go to the left. You're going to push your knee and ankle, outside of your ankle, down into the floor. As you lower your chest, we're going to hold that for 5 seconds, then come back up. So left knee's down or rotate to the left. Push the knee, front foot down through the floor, lower yourself, keep pushing that foot through the floor, end your knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sink a little bit deeper into your stretch and push that knee down into the floor, including your foot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back up. Stay in that same position. You're going to place your hands on the floor. Our goal here is to keep our hip bones, or our pelvis really, pointing forwards as we try to lift our back foot up off the floor. So you're going to push that back knee into the ground. Lift your foot up as high as you can without moving any other part of your body, and back. We're going to do 8. This is 2, 3. Try to squeeze your bum to make that motion happen. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful. This time we're going to add a component. So we're going to go ankle up off the floor, then you're going to add knee off the floor, and then bring both down. Some people get some cramping on the outside of their hip. It's a very specific motion. If you do get some cramping, wait for the cramping to go away. Shake that leg out before you join us again. We're just going to do 5 this one. So hands firmly into the floor, ankle, knee, bring everything down. Ankle, knee, keep that foot up and down. That's 2. Ankle, knee, down. 3. Ankle, knee, down. 4. Ankle, knee, down 5. Beautiful. Hands up off the floor. Rotate over to the right. So remember, our first drill is as we fold forward, we're going to drive that front knee and front foot directly down into the floor. And we're going to hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Sink down into your stretch and push as hard as you can that front leg through the floor. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Last one. Push. 4, 3, 2, 1, and come back up. Firmly place your hands in the floor in front of you. You're going to push your back knee into the floor as you try to lift your back foot. We're going to do 8. Lift. That's 1, 2, 3. You may notice you have one side that's better than the other. Just take note of it so you can work on it. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Excellent. This time we're going to go ankle first, then lift the knee, have the whole leg hovering before we control it back down to the floor. We're going to do 5 of those. So ankle, knee, and down. Whew, I am not as strong on this side. Ankle, knee, and down. That's 2. Ankle, knee, down, and 3. Ankle, knee, down, and 4. Up, up, down. That's 5. And roll yourself back to the middle. Straighten out your legs in front of you. You're going to curl your chin in. Go reach for your toes. Stretch out your low back. Stretch out your hamstrings. Rock from side to side. Take some nice big deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. Breathe in and out. And roll yourself back up. Excellent. So you're going to bring your feet out to about a 90-degree angle at your hips. We're going to work our quads and hip flexor and abs kind of all together. So we're going to start on our right leg. You're going to place a hand on either side of your thigh, preferably closer to your knee to give you a little bit more assistance. Our goal here is to push down into the floor with our hands as we try to bring our leg up off the floor. Your goal is to keep your knee straight. So your goal is to not lift knee and then ankle. It's not a kicking motion or a whipping motion. I'm really trying to get you guys to create as much stiffness in your leg as possible, stiffness through your trunk, and then trying to lift your leg up in one straight motion. We're going to do 10 on our right leg and then 10 on our left. 3, 2, 1. Push down into the floor and lift. 1, 2. Keep that knee straight. 3, 4, 5. Keep pushing down into the floor. 6, so you don't lean back. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent. Switch sides. Hands on either side of your left leg at about knee height. 3, 2, 1. Push down into the floor and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Keep that knee straight. And 10. Excellent. Now the tricky one. We're going to try to do both legs at the same time. So if that's really not doable for you today, even if you just do little motions and you lean back a little bit, it is a good place to start. If really that's not working for you, then I'd recommend you go back to doing single leg on either side. So for those of you following along both legs at the same time, hands are going to be in front of you. Same thing, anywhere between as close to you as possible to about knee height. Same rules, your goal is to drive those hands in through the floor as you try to lift both legs up at the same time. Really focus trying to keep both knees as straight as possible. We're trying for 10. 3, 2, 1. Push, lift. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're cramping, take a break. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew! Amazing! Let me know how that went for you guys. Shake those legs out, bring your legs back in. We're now going to go back to working glute and outside of our hip. We're going to do some hip abduction where you lift your leg up. Then we're going to rotate internally, externally, come back to neutral, and bring our leg back down. and we're gonna do all of this in a side plank position. If the side plank position is not gonna work for you today, no worries, just lie flat on the floor. So for those of you doing the side plank position, you're gonna want your elbow directly underneath your shoulder. Bottom knee is bent to help you support yourself. You're gonna have your hips up in the air. Your goal here is to keep your top hip stacked above your bottom hip. Trying to keep yourself in a little bit of like a crunch or a pelvic tilt. I don't wanna see anybody arched. Your back muscles end up working harder than your abs. Straighten your top leg. Keep that foot flexed. So we're gonna lift, rotate up to the ceiling, rotate to neutral, rotate down, rotate to neutral, and bring our leg back down to the floor. Like I said, if the side plank position is too much, just do it in a full lying down. Your goal here is to isolate, rotating your femur inside of your socket. So as your toes and kneecaps are rotating up towards the ceiling and down towards the floor, you're trying to keep your pelvis, this massive bone here, nice and stable. So the rest of you shouldn't be rocking forwards and back. We're gonna do 10 per side. My right elbow is on the floor first, working my left leg. 3, 2, 1, hips up, lift, rotate, rotate, neutral, down, up, rotate, rotate, neutral, down. That's 2, up, rotate, rotate, neutral, 3, up, rotate, rotate, neutral, 4, up, rotate. Small movements, really looking to isolate rotation inside that hip socket. This is number 6, 7, make sure you're still breathing, whatever feels right. 8, 9, and 10. Bring those hips down and switch. You can either roll over or switch sides. Left elbow directly underneath the left shoulder. A little bit of a letter C with your body. Those of you who are coming up into a side plank, we're gonna lift our hips up. Those of you who are staying down on the floor, try to follow the same type of alignment. Hips up, straighten that top leg. Remember, foot is flexed or toes to nose. Lift, rotate, rotate, back to neutral, and down. Up, toes to ceiling, toes to floor, back down. 2, up, rotate, rotate, neutral, 3. Remember, our pelvis is staying nice and neutral. You're trying to avoid moving it, trying to isolate small internal, external rotation. That's 5. 6, up, up, down, neutral, down. 7, 8, 9, we got one more. And bring those hips down. Excellent. Take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Breathe in and out. You're gonna come back to your hand and knee position. We're gonna go into our child's pose. Let our hips and rest of our body relax. In this position, you're gonna walk your hands over to the corner of the room, so you're side bending a little bit. My hands are to the left, so I'm gonna reach further up ahead with my right hand, trying to feel a stretch down the side here, trying to target a little bit of lats. We're gonna hold for 3 breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. In and out. Breathe in and out. And walk your hands over to the right, overreach with the left. Take a deep breath in through your nose, breathe out through your mouth. Breathe in and out. One more, breathe in and out. And come back up. We're gonna stretch out our glutes a little bit after activating them, and I'm gonna show you a different version to stretch, on a way to stretch them today instead of your pigeon. So you're gonna lie your back. We're gonna do a little bit of a figure 8. So my right leg is gonna go first. I'm gonna take my right foot, put it in front of my left knee, and then I'm going to bring that left knee up towards my chest. So I'm putting my hands between my legs, grabbing the back of my left thigh, trying to pull everything down towards my nose. And if you want to add, you can try pushing that right knee out with your elbow as you continue to pull everything down towards your chest. Take a deep breath in and out. Sink a little bit further. Breathe in and out. Bring everything back down and switch. So left leg on top of right thigh. Place your hands in between your legs. Grab the back of your thigh. So I'm really driving my knee out with my left elbow as I'm pulling both my legs down towards my chest. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. And bring everything back down. Excellent. And just like that, we've already gone through a 20-minute movement session. I hope you guys enjoyed today's exercises. Don't forget that whenever you gain mobility or you gain range of motion, you always want to work on strengthening it. So today we did a little bit of strengthening drills. If you have a lot of hip issues, knee issues, ankle issues, then make sure that you give these a try and keep them up. Really important to strengthen our glutes. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys tomorrow for a live workout at 9:30 a.m. on the Fitness Lab. Bye guys.